The move to ban the book Red Lines, Political Cartoons and the Struggle Against Censorship was made because of its offensive religious content and not because of its political nature. Minister for Communications and Information Josephine Teo said the political cartoons are not the problem, as some are already in circulation. But she added the book contained, quote, offensive images that denigrate religions, including reproductions of Charlie Hebdo's cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad. There are also demeaning references to Hinduism and Christianity.
The Singapore distributor of Red Lines itself, Alchem Company, had concerns about some of the book's images being objectionable when they first approached IMDA. The authors, Dr. Cherian George and Mr. Sunny Liu, issued a public statement in which they expressed the view that the regulator has opted for additional caution. At this point, Alchem and the authors have not confirmed their specific plans on the treatment of the offensive content. If and when they do so, they can approach IMDA to assess the suitability of a revised version of Red Lines for distribution in Singapore.
Minister in charge of Muslim Affairs, Masaugo Zulkifli, added that Singapore should not take risks when it comes to peace and harmony. He also called out to fellow Muslims to do the right thing.
Muslims are rightfully indignant at any derogatory remarks or insults made of the Prophet, but we must nonetheless be guided by our prophetic principles of compassion, graciousness, and magnanimity. So I call upon fellow Muslims to follow what our religion teaches us, to conduct ourselves in the most exemplary way, even when we are rightfully hurt and indignant by the act put against our religion or our Prophet.
The government says it will assess and take action as necessary in respect of publications that attack or insult any religion or may be perceived to be doing so. This is regardless of whether the authors intended such insults or attacks. In response to media queries on the banning of Red Lines, the Home Affairs Ministry stresses the need to protect Singapore's religious harmony. It adds that it must and will intervene to protect all from threats, hate speech, deeply offensive speech and violence. The ministry says the caricatures in the Red Lines book will be deeply offensive to different religious groups, regardless of why these cartoons are dealt with in the book and the author's intent in publishing them. It says it will not allow Charlie Hebdo types of cartoons to be published in Singapore, regardless of whether the cartoons are about any religion.